What is the what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear hair transplant? Turkey, hair follicles, donor area, blah blah blah. All right, let's talk about the reality of actual hair transplants. The reason I'm talking about it is because I have a lot of experience with people coming to see me for consultations after they had their hair transplant done. It doesn't matter where: Turkey, India, Pakistan, Canada, Mexico, whatever. I have seen pretty good results, by the way, but they have been costing a lot of money for these people. But still, I saw them because they came for my help. It says something about the reality of hair transplants. Now, what exactly we're talking about? Hair transplant is great because it gives you the look of full long hair, but it never actually gives you the necessary density. So you're really, really happy about the result that you have. In many cases, there is maybe 70% of the transplant hair that actually remains, everything else folds, and you can see a lot of spaces between the transplant follicles. And that is the problem. When people struggle with hair loss, it's not about the amount of hair that is missing, it's how much skin you can actually see through those gaps, right? But when it comes to hair transplant, those gaps are much larger and the skin is much more like white, more like lighter, depending on the skin type. And that's the thing. Now, when it comes to the donor area where they take the hair out from, they don't just take the follicle itself. They take the follicle with the skin around it, just like they take a tree with the roots, with the soil, right? And that creates a small crate, and that basically becomes a scar. Now, one is not a big deal, but what happens when you take 2,000, 3,500 drafts? 5,000 small white scars. So that creates a very strong inconsistency. You may have, after hair transplant, more hair on the top, but eventually it gives you more old and sick, I will say, uh, appearance of the donor area on the back and on the side. That's usually where they take the hair from. What else? So when it comes to the scalp micropigmentation and how it's just better than hair transplant, is that hair transplant, it takes time. Even if it's a very successful procedure, it takes time until you actually see some results. For 4 months you start noticing the growth, the good growth, but the final result is usually like 9 months, a year after the procedure was done. SMP, yes, it never grows. Deal with it. That's the thing. Everything has pros and cons, but SMP gives you results immediately. So within a month after starting a procedure, one session, two sessions, three sessions, that usually takes about a month. From the first session, you have results, finished result after a month. Let's give it extra few weeks just in case. And you have a full, perfect look. So, suit yourself. Do your due diligence, see what's best for you. At the end of the day, it's how you want to feel like and also how you want to look like. So, when you watch commercials about hair transplant, they show you amazing stuff, but honestly, go talk to people who went through hair transplant, not fresh, but after 2 years, 3 years. See how they look like and see if you want to look the same as well. Peace.